expire. We get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Dalton right back on the horse after the pick six. He dumps it off to Drake. And shoving his way inside the 35. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Good throw there to start this second possession. Maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a coach, offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach. All right, we're going to get him settled. It's not easy after you've thrown a pick six. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. And it's not necessarily just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. A pitch out to Drake. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. He goes underneath to Drake. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 1st down, Drake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Gone! Now let's go! Blue landed!
Second down, Dalton. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Lucky 56! Gone!
Third down from the gun, Dalton. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Terrell Basham in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So here's the kicker, Caleb Sturgis, on to try the field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Watch it now, Barney!
Throwing on 1st down. Goodman. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Corey Coleman, 82 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Dalton, 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Play action here with Dalton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They'll pitch it out to Ferguson. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Goodman escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
Yeah, if you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle him and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goodman. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And he's got this down to the 35. His first catch of the game. Good for 11 and a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a play fake here on first down. Caught left side by Hilton. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. On first down, Goodman. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a...
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing, Dalton. Flushed out right. That escapes the sack. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Gone. Hot.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
Dalton hovering near the goal line. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Goodman, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The final shot before break. Goodman, he's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. Going deep for Benjamin. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. First and 10 for Dalton. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Passing again. Dalton on second and 10. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Clayton Gathers makes the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Leopard.
Here's Dalton. Goes underneath here to White. Now White lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Leopard.
On the handoff, this is Ferguson. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the 2nd-round pick in 2018.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun. Goodman. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Lucky 56, lucky 56. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
On 1st and 10, Dalton throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
They start out with a run by Ferguson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Detroit!
Right back to Ferguson. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, Goodman. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. 3rd down here. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Throwing on first down. Dalton. Over the middle, Dorsett. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, look at 56.
Following the fumble recovery, Goodman. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And this is caught at the 20. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there for Indy. And even 40 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Dalton here from the gun. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
No, check. Patriot! Patriot!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A very solid gain of 27.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today,
right, now,
including laying out for that one.
56. Gone, 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 gone.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And he's not able to get away. gets sacked back at the 22. Terrell Basham, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
No, check. Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So Dalton now. Escaping the pressure right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Detroit!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dalton. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go now. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Toss play, Ferguson. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeout in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake. Goodman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 3rd and long. Goodman looking deep downfield. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. A give, running left is Ferguson. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Dante Hightower on the stop. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
Back to throw. Goodman. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
The Colts on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Goodman. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Gun.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
Throwing again. Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit!
And it'll be Dalton again. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Gronk, so tough to cover. Sometimes a flag's going to come out.
His size and his ability create a lot of these pass interference calls. If you're trying to go through him to get to the ball, That's almost impossible, and he benefits on the play.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots get a score closer. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. They're going to keep it on the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Colts, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.